Welcome to the Jiggy and Joe Show.
I'm Joe.
I'm Max, and I'm honored and privileged to introduce former first-round pick of the Miami Dolphins back in 2004, Northwestern Senior High School product, attended University of Miami, and went on to become a legend in the Miami Dolphins community, Vernon Carey. How you doing, Vernon?
How you doing? How you doing, fellas?
Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate the time.
Oh yeah, anytime.
So obviously happy draft day.
Yep.
The Dolphins don't have a first round pick this year. But I want to know what was draft day like for you and your experience, and did you have a good idea that you were going to be a Dolphin?
No, not really. It was kind of a surprise to me. Well, let's start at the beginning. I thought, I remember that day waking up and talking to my agent. He told me I was going to probably be a late first rounder, but for sure first rounder. So I was like, okay. And he told me I'll go anywhere from 19 to 32. So, so it was kind of funny. When the draft came along, we got to around the 16th pick, and I said, okay, everybody, all right, let's start paying attention. So I think the 16th pick, Shawn Andrews, he played the same position I did.
Right.
He went there, and then I think Minnesota had like the 18th or the 19th. No, they had the 19th pick. Minnesota had the 19th pick. They called me, and one of my teammates, Brian McKinney, he was a first round draft pick like 2 years before. He played for the Minnesota, and he told me, man, he was like, Minnesota like you a lot. So I thought that's why I guess my agent said anywhere from 19 to 32. They had the 19th pick, and I guess they kind of used that as a bargain chip. They knew the Dolphins needed a lineman. So
Right.
I guess they kind of did a trade, and then next thing I know, I was on the phone with Spillman from the Dolphins. And I got drafted, and it was one of those moments where you just start crying because, everything you worked for, it just came, in the moment, of a call, So it was one of those moments where you just, wow, it really came true, So.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and I bet it's like one of the most nervous times of your life, and also like the best time of your life too, like draft day.
Absolutely. I tell kids all the time, anything you put your mind to, you can achieve it. If you work hard for it, and it's really true. You just got to find a way. So I guess you got to have passion. So right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I feel like we should also talk about your son, who's also in the NBA, and his draft day process. And I just wanted to know, what was it like for you as a father going through the draft process with your son?
Oh man, nervous, trying to make sure everything goes, it needs to go, and try to be there for your son and through his nervousness and just, it's a proud moment, to know that a kid worked hard for something and achieved the goal he was trying to achieve.
Did your father ever, when you were going through it with your son, did your father ever say, "Hey, like you're gonna feel this way," or like, "Oh, you're gonna"?
No. My dad more of a clown, so he's funny, so he like to make jokes. Nah, he not like that. No.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Would you say, like, is there any like major inspirations in your life that inspired you to play in the NFL and pursue that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, I used to watch the Dolphins all the time, so I was a big Dolphin fan, so watching Dan Marino. I make fun of him all the time. I told my kid, like 8 and 9 years old, watching him as a kid, and he's like, man, stop trying to make me feel so. I was like, no, you really are.
Wow, what a coincidence that you got drafted to the Dolphins. And speaking of that, after you've been drafted, how was the adjustment from playing in college to the NFL? Like, I'm talking like speed, playbook, coaching, technique.
It's another level from high school to college, and it's another level from college to pro. It's just another. You could pick it up. Most people do pick it up. You just got to get the reps and the confidence, and once you build that confidence up again, you'll get it. But it's another speed.
So speaking on the confidence and maybe an easier way of picking it up and transitioning, who was that guy for you your rookie year that you like look up to and give you good advice on how to handle the NFL and everything that comes with it, and really made your transition easy?
It was a couple guys, and just going through experience, it was a couple guys. I couldn't give it to one person, It was just good to have veteran guys around, the veterans. I would say collectively the veterans, they try to teach the young guys, the guys who want to learn.
Yeah.
Your ears to the ground, and you take information and you apply it in the way you need to apply it, to be successful.
Yeah, and I just got one question. Were you given that like rookie treatment and having to do everything for the veterans, your rookie?
Oh yeah, everybody has to do it, but good thing I first round draft pick, so I had the money. So like, say they want to send everybody, they want to send the rookies, bring everybody on breakfast sandwiches. I'd rather just pay it. Go get it. And then
did you have to sing or anything?
Huh?
Did you have to sing in front of the team?
The rookie show you're talking about?
They didn't do that pro. They don't do singing in pro, but they do that in college. But everybody do that in college. All college sing in front of the veterans.
So I want to transition to probably the roughest season that the Miami Dolphins have experienced, and probably before Shula time. The 2007 1-15 season with Cam Cameron at the helm.
Yeah.
I've heard stories about players checking out on Cam Cameron, run-ins with different players in meetings, and just the overall unhappiness within the locker room. So what was the vibe within that locker room during that time?
During that time, it was just a lot of, when you're losing, nothing good's come out of that, we go there and we train all summer and we work and we practice every day to win for Sunday's game. And then when you have not the success that you go put the work towards, and it bothers people, it bothers people's spirit, and everybody's uneasy, so it just bad locker room vibes, you know what I mean? So everybody's on edge. So, and then people doing this for a livelihood check, to feed their family. So and it wasn't good. So in business, when a working environment's not good, they got to change people. So that's what I'm probably after that.
Yeah, and I feel that like when it comes to like a bad season, there would be like players that don't have like the motivation, also want to protect their bodies just for like injury's sake, and also for their contracts. So I feel like that's really unfortunate for the whole organization for that one season, and just like I feel like it's like depressing.
Yes.
Yeah. And after that season, the 2008 draft, they would draft Jake Long with the first pick. So I was just wondering, what was the transition from left tackle to right tackle when Jake Long came into the fold? Because I know back in my experience in high school, I had to move different positions, and I felt it was kind of harder to, because you're used to like one dominant side. So I was just wondering how you felt.
Okay, since this I hated it.
Yeah.
A lot, because you gotta think I played right side most of my whole career. They did it to me in college too, so I guess they just kept it going. You know what? It's happened on my whole career. People flip me back and forth, but I had got there on my right side at the right tackle when I first got in the league. Because when I got in the league, I played right tackle until that year.
Okay.
So I played right tackle for 4 or 5 years in the league, and then that 5th year, they moved me to left tackle, and then I went right back to right tackle the next couple of years or something like that. But I was happy to go back to right tackle. I was mad when they moved me to left.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it must have been something. And also going against the very athletic DNs, especially on the blind side as well.
Yeah, but now the game has changed. Right tackle is just as many left-hand quarterbacks now, right tackle. But I didn't look at it like that. I just looked at it like, I did look at it like that for the money to play left tackle. So I was like, okay, I'll go over there and try to do it on the right side. But I feel confident over here on this right. I felt like I was getting very confident stage on that right side. And then they moved me over there to the left because it was like my feet are real good. And I was like, okay, I'll try it.
Yeah.
I did okay, but they was like, nah, you was way better at right tackle. So they moved me back to right tackle and they got Jake. And I was like, okay, good. I want to go back to right tackle anyway.
That's good. Yeah. And sorry, I just have a question with that, like playing tackle. Who was the like hardest guy that you faced on the other side of the field on the defensive end? Like who was like the defensive lineman that you had most trouble with?
Like I tell everybody, I don't think I had problems with the big names like you would think.
Yeah.
I had problems with people I probably didn't take as serious as the big names.
Okay. That's a good mindset.
Yeah, like that's the problem. It's good but not good. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But the good players, I mean, what you call it? I can't think of some of those guys' names. It's just been so long, but it was some good players back there.
And also during your 8-year Dolphins career, you had to move from right tackle, left tackle, and you also played right guard. So what was guard like? What was guard like? What was playing guard like in the NFL?
Guard was cool too. I mean, I played guard in college, so I had some experience of it before. It was just a way to try to get the best guys in the lineup. You know, some guys couldn't play guard, so they was like, you know what, let's put Carey in there. See if he could play guard. And we put another guy. So I got stuck with that, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's good that they knew that you were like that trustworthy lineman that you could just put anywhere and they'll be okay, you know.
Yep.
So
very reliable, very reliable. So I want to talk about the current Dolphins. They made a couple big moves this offseason with Tyreek Hill, bringing in Teron Armstead on the left side. What do you think? But I should say, the $1 million question is, what is Tua going to do in year 3? What do you think Tua needs to do to be that guy in that locker room and on the field? Because there's still a lot of questions surrounding him.
I think he just needs the experience, and that's what he's getting. You know, you gotta go through it. You know, nothing happens overnight. The experience is gonna make him better, and you know they got a good backup too. Teddy Bridgewater. You know, he's from my same high school, Northwestern.
Yeah. I like him.
And he's always been a good managing quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater. So if we ever got to fall back, I think he'll do a great job managing the talent he has surrounding him. But back to Tua, I think Tua just needs the experience and keep working on his leadership and understanding the offense, and he'll be fine.
They should have picked Justin Herbert, though, right?
I guess it depends on situation, you know, because the Chargers are a good team. So, okay, so I think we could also talk about your career with one of your final questions. So with you playing many games throughout your career, were there like any tolls on your body long term? And also, I also want to talk about like second question, the adjustment from like playing football just to like normal retirement. So what are your thoughts on that? Like, were there any tolls on your body? Because I know as a lineman, then the knees, everything had an effect.
Tolls on the body. You got joints in your hands. You have your knees. Yep. You know, you got the punch. You know how many times you hit a helmet with your hands, you know, face mask or something. So your hands get damaged a lot, soreness and just soreness in all parts of the body. But that's why I try to do a good job of like running, staying mobile and lifting weights and stuff like that. I try to stay fit so the body feels good.
That's good. And you seem like in good shape. And also just like again with the question, playing football and then retiring, was that like a major effect on you? Like things to do?
It's an effect on everybody because you go from doing something you did all your life from let's say 15, 12, let's say 12 years old. You go from playing little league sports from 12 and then you stop at 30. So that's 18 of giving your life and total commitment and putting it above everything. Because to get that far, you have to put it above everything. So, and to last that long, you have to put it above everything. So that commitment to that game and that sport, when it's gone, it just kind of feel empty a little bit for a little bit, but it takes time to deep and then eventually you adjust, you know.
So
especially that family and kids, you know. Sorry.
Right. So if you don't mind, I'd like to talk about the Vernon Carey Family Foundation. I know you have a father-daughter dance coming up on June 18th from 5 to 9 p.m.
Yes.
So if you would talk about that a little bit and what that means to you and your family.
Well, it means a lot to me. You know, I have 2 daughters and I got 2 sons, and we used to have the father and son billiards tournament, but the boys get so busy with basketball. I said, you know what, I did away with it, but my youngest son keep begging me to bring it back. I might bring it back, but the father and daughter dance means a lot to me because I feel like we need men to be around their daughters, you know, show them how they should be treated. I believe in family, strong family values. Just, you know, that connection, and providing those opportunities in low income areas. So basically we go to back to the community where I grew up at in Liberty City, and we invite people to experience a night out with their father and give them an experience that they probably haven't done before. Took the time to know each other. We do little games, trivia games. We had winter's theme before. This year it's a sports theme, so it'll be dressed down. So and the girls who come with their father, they love it, and every year they be like, I can't wait till next year. So it's cute. And my daughter begged me all the time. Like during the pandemic, they was like, Dad, we're gonna have the father and daughter. I was like, not this year, but next year I promise. Last year we had our first one back after the pandemic, and actually this is the second one, and it's the 5th father and daughter dance sports theme.
That's amazing, and I'm glad you're doing that for the community, and that's an amazing thing you're doing, and I hope you keep doing it, and I hope it keeps thriving and keeps getting bigger and bigger as you guys go.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And I also saw that you made a sizable donation to Northwestern Senior High School for their weight room, and I was wondering how that came to be, and what did that mean to you to do that as well?
It means a lot, you know, to be able to give it back to my community, where I come from, and to inspire young kids to do the same. So it'd be almost like a domino effect to keep, you know, giving back, and that's what it's about, to keep showing the future that's behind us how to, you know, help somebody else.
I think that's a great place to wrap up. Joe, do you have anything else?
Just check out the Vernon Carey Family Foundation. I check it out on his Instagram.
Coming up on June 18th, 2022. You can follow Vernon Carey for more details on Instagram at 72BigV. And thank you for the time, Mr. Carey.
Thank you.
Boss. Yeah,
it was an honor.
Enjoy draft night.
All right, you too, guys.
All right.
Have a good one. Okay, so if you guys want to see more, subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and we'll be posting updates on that. And our post-draft video will be coming up probably this weekend, right? I think so.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back. We're gonna film another show on Saturday, and this will end up being up on tomorrow. So this will end up being Fridays.
Friday or Saturday, we'll see.
Right.